Alright, this is video number 2. They've got more emergency vehicles that have just showed up. Emergency people were running from down the highway, literally running down the freaking highway here to get caught up there. A motel burnt right behind this building, right by here where I live, which is crazy. Well, I don't live here, but it's where I'm at today, this weekend. Okay, brighten my screen up a bit. Brighten my screen up a bit. Can you hear me better? I bet you can. I moved the mic. There's a lot of vehicles. I can't see the building from here. They're going in over there by that sign. Oh, it is a motel back there. Yeah. This is crazy. Whatever that motel is, this witness over here by the road tells me that there's nothing left of the building, like nothing. My first concern, I saw black smoke coming up over the trees here, and I thought, oh shit, it's gonna spread over to us, you know, and we'd have to abandon. But apparently they got it under control with the fire. There's got to be some injured people with all these medical personnel. We've still got an ambulance, extra ambulance on standby right here. But back there, there's the sign for it. If you go right, turn right behind that sign, that's where the motel is, back and behind those trees, I guess. That's just sad. And let's hope no one was hurt. And they still have traffic blocked off this way. There are police cars back there. Oh man. With all these medical personnel, I'm worried that there's casualties in this fire. It's definitely going to be all over the news tonight. Definitely going to be on the news. There's more firemen going in. The fire seems to be contained and probably out, but there's a lot of medical personnel and fire personnel that keep walking in to where the motel, well, I guess was. This ambulance is still sitting here, but it's empty because the medical personnel that were in it all took off running that way to the motel. I'm assuming they parked here because they got here before the fire trucks did, because I saw it before the trucks showed up. So they parked here for safety. And yeah, I can't read that sign. Log Lodge Motel. It looks like the Log Lodge Motel no longer exists. No idea about the casualties, but there's definitely some casualties happening. Again, the police still have this road blocked off. They don't want any traffic coming down this side of the road. I think some traffic is getting through coming from that direction, but being that this is a highway, I'm guessing probably not much, because as you can see, it's empty. There's no vehicles here going on this road. But yeah, this is crazy. It was a big fire. Before I started recording, there was huge plumes of black smoke coming up right here above this building. I mean, they were huge plumes of black smoke. As I stated before, my first concern was that the trees were going to catch fire and it was going to spread over here and get to us. But apparently it was the motel, and it's out now, as there is no more smoke. But There's probably some casualties. There's definitely some injuries. There's a lot of vehicles, emergency vehicles up there. You can't see them all on the camera because some of them are parked in front of others, blocking the view. And this ambulance that got here first parked, and the people just ran down the road and ran over there to the Log Lodge Motel as fast as they could, carrying equipment. It's crazy. I see firemen coming back this way. I don't see anyone carrying any victims yet, but I'm assuming that part's gonna come. Oh, they're coming back in. They're going, oh, I see, they're getting their gear off. That means the fire's out. But they're going back in, so there's definitely something happening. And we got the looky-loos blocking my view now. But comes another fire truck right here. I think that's the chief's truck from the looks of it. I think that white vehicle, I think, is a cop car. Traffic is still blocked down there with the cop cars. And I believe that's the fire chief that just showed up in the red truck there. And we got more firemen getting out of that vehicle in uniform. Oh my goodness. 3 more guys just showed up. Oh, I hear banging sounds. They're trying to get into something. Someone's trapped. Sounds like more emergency vehicles coming from that direction somewhere. But yeah, after all this time, they're still bringing in medical or emergency personnel like this, and there's definitely something wrong, big time. I can almost see the building through there's a lot more fire trucks actually behind those trees, right up by the motel. I can't get up close to it to videotape it right now, but in the aftermath, I'm sure I can get some video. Here comes even more emergency vehicles. I'm going to back up away from the road and get out of the way. Here comes another emergency vehicle. I think it's an ambulance. Oh no, that might be a fire truck as well. Yet another fire truck. Full of firemen. Oh my goodness. There's about 6 or 7 guys in that truck. There's about 3 or 4 trucks in front of the motel through the trees there. There's at least 3 or 4 fire trucks on the road here, plus 2 smaller fire vehicles, lots of policemen. Only 1 ambulance here, but I think there might be more over there by the motel. Like I said, I can't get video of the motel itself because I don't want to. I'm sure we're not allowed to get that close. There's a lot of guys getting out of that truck. Holy moly. Alright guys, I'm sorry about the wind in the microphone. I hope you can hear me just fine. I hear sounds like a chainsaw. So they're trying to cut into something, probably to save someone. I hear chainsaws going back there in the background, so there's definitely a rescue operation underway. A lot of firemen just showed up. The truck had about 7 or 8 guys in it. Let me see if I can cross the street and get a better view of the motel. I don't think I'm going to get a good view of the motel, but I can kind of see some of it. There's definitely chainsaw going back there. So they're trying to, there's one in the buildings. I can see some firemen back there doing something. They're trying to, I hear banging and chainsaws, so they're definitely trying to get in. There's got to be people trapped in there. This is very tragic. Very, very tragic. A lot of emergency personnel, a lot of firemen, a lot of first responders. The police do have the road blocked off on that side. I kind of thought they did. I'm going to come this way for a better view since I'm across the street. Oh man, with this many firemen here, there's got to be about 30 or more firemen here. With this many firemen, this can't be good. There's still some smoke I see rising over there. Lots. Man, I just pray that no one actually... I pray that everyone's okay. They're still trying to rescue people. They're using chainsaws and banging with something. They're trying to get into this area over here. It appears to be a rescue operation now that the fire has been put out. And there's more fire trucks by the motel there, as I suspected. This is a big... There's another ambulance. Oh, it's just terrible. It's just terrible. I don't know how much of the motel burned. I don't think I can get too close right now during their rescue efforts, obviously. I don't want to interfere. It does not look like the motel's completely gone like the guy earlier told me in the first video. There's still some smoke there. There's firemen all around the building trying to get into certain areas. I don't see any civilians outside of the motel at all over there, so I'm kind of worried. And with this many personnel, emergency personnel here, there's definitely some victims. Hopefully not fatal. Hopefully not fatalities. But wow. I'm surprised actually that the news crew hasn't shown up yet. Maybe I can sell them some of my video. That's actually a pretty good idea. I'll contact them before I post this on Facebook. Man, it's a lot of emergency personnel showed up. This last fire truck that just pulled up right there in front of the little truck, it had about 8 or 9 guys in it, and there was probably already 15 or 20 guys there. Just the firemen. And then we got a couple of ambulances, one there, one parked over here. I'm assuming, well, I'm not assuming, I saw that one parked there when there were still large billows of black smoke just rising above these trees. I really thought that the woods were on fire. This is crazy. They're still trying to rescue people. There's a little bit of smoke. You can't see it on camera, I don't think. I think I've only got 480p on this phone, but I can see they're probably still trying to contain a little bit. They responded fast though, and the black billows of smoke above the tree dissipated pretty quick. So right after they showed up, so they did a good job of putting it out, I'm thinking. But apparently they're still trying to rescue people. There are firemen walking all over the place. Back there by that fire truck, over there by that building. They're using chainsaws and battering rams to actually get into the rooms. I'm assuming the rooms. Man, who knows how many victims there are. Like I said, I see no civilians whatsoever outside of the motel. Only firemen, only emergency people. So let's see if I can get a little closer. I don't want to get on the other side of these trucks because then I won't get a view of anything. But there's our heroes doing their job, being heroes and trying to save people. pretty tragic. Very lucky that these trees up here didn't catch fire and it didn't spread over here to where I live, or not live, but where I'm at this weekend. Yeah, this is crazy. A lot of firemen over there in that area, so it had to be that building, I'm thinking. And we got another EMS vehicle pulling up here. Oh my God, that means they do have injuries, and the EMS just blocked my view. But that's okay, they're heroes, they're here to do their job. There's got to be some people injured, maybe even some casualties, some fatalities, I'm thinking. Here comes another, I think that's a policeman. We got this. Well, this paramedic came by himself. Uh-oh. I don't think it's a good sign that he showed up by himself. You can still see the firemen in the background working the building. There's this guy pulling up. I don't know if he's a cop or if he's a paramedic or first responder or whatever. I guess at this point he could be third responder. At this point I think they're purposely doing this to block my view because they see me recording. So what I'm going to do is cross the street where those other people are, see if I can get a few shots from over there. Yeah, there's chaotic scene. There was a large fire. There was a pretty quick response to it. Lots of emergency personnel showed up like immediately. We got this big water hose run down the road here. I'm just going to see if I can get a better shot for you guys up here. Here we go. I can't tell which building it was. You can hear the chainsaws going still though, so they're working on trying to save someone or some people. And there you have it. I'm going to go ahead and wrap the video up right here. It was the Lake Lodge Motel. I'm going to wrap the video up here, and I'll keep you guys posted after we find out what happens. Thanks for watching.